Hello everybody, my name is Dalton Hopkins, and today we are going to be theorizing about the Huggy Wuggy we saw in Chapter 3, and trust me, you will not be able to see him the same way again. So, for all the people that don't know, as you can see, we see Huggy Wuggy in the brand new trailer. But I have a theory that he is just our hallucination. Because as we know, there is red smoke being produced by catnap. Most likely meaning that Huggy Wuggy is probably just a hallucination. So for people that don't know, Huggy Wuggy was the main villain in Chapter 1, where we were chased around by him, before at the end of the chapter, we drop a box on his head, causing him to fall into a pit of fog. And, and since then, we have no clue what has happened to Huggy Wuggy since the fall. But I have a theory that he is most likely still down there falling. Or he's already landed and he's still recovering. Because, trust me, I highly doubt that he spent only one chapter healing. When judging from how high he fell, it seems like it would probably take around 2 chapters for him to finish healing. Maybe he'll appear in chapter 4 to 5. And he would also be quite damaged as well. Not just the amount of damage we've seen him in the trailer 2 of Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. He would probably be highly damaged with his head highly injured from hitting it on pipes. He would most likely be even more injured on the back of his body, like on the back of his head or torso, because that's most likely the where he landed on. He most likely landed on his back. And I highly doubt he most likely just recovered after only losing his eyes and getting his claws and getting claws and sharp toes. That sounds more of an upgrade than it does as injury. I think that the Huggy Wuggy we are seeing is a hallucination that the player, the person we play as, is starting to hallucinate a Huggy Wuggy in front of him, trying to kill him. And even though he knows it's not real, he has a feeling it is, and he has to keep running away from it so he doesn't die. And I think that the only reason he's seeing this Huggy Wuggy is because of the red gas that he keeps inhaling in when he doesn't breathe, when he doesn't put on the mask. Most likely meaning he before 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 putting on the mask, if he inhales the red smoke, it could either be he gets knocked out and then we will have to retry, or we could start hallucinating Huggy Wuggy and try our best to run away until the smoke clears from the site. And I think that the more we inhale the red gas, is more likely we'll feel the Huggy is real, and more likely the Nightmare Huggy will kill us. And I have a second theory if this one isn't true. It's that we can get knocked out after inhaling the gas. Like we can, because it's confirmed to be after being put to sleep, we will have nightmares of something, whether that be catnap or anything else. I have a theory that whenever you don't put the mask on and you inhale the gas, the player will fall asleep and we will have a nightmare about a nightmarish Huggy Wuggy, because of course why would the player not have nightmares about the first monster that tried to kill him in this place come back for revenge? And I think that it will be titled Nightmare Huggy, since this is not the real Huggy, rather just a hallucination, rather either a hallucination or a dream, where Huggy will try to kill us, but right before And like right when we reach a dead end and Huggy gets ready to kill us at the end of the dream, we will wake up and then we will survive. But if you don't make it to that dead end, which is the end of the nightmare, then well, you will die and you will have to restart the entire nightmare again, which I'm pretty sure would get pretty annoying pretty fast. And I believe that Mommy Longlegs will most likely not be coming back, since at the end of Chapter 2, we kill her with a grinder. And tell me, when's the last time you saw someone come back after being murdered by a grinder and they look like nothing happened to them? You probably never, because that's either never happened to you, or it's probably just most likely the answer no. Meaning, most likely, if we ever see Mommy Longlegs again, she will be a part of the prototype, which we have to survive and try to not get killed by. And I have a feeling that he is the final character which when we complete Poppy Playtime and we're at the final chapter, we will most likely have the final monster to chase us around being the prototype. Most likely meaning that once after all the chapters are over and we're on the final chapter, the prototype will most likely be fully done upgrading and will no longer need any more of the other monsters' parts to be able to get stronger, and now the last part he needs is from us. Or he just wants to eat us, of course. And that Huggy Wuggy will most likely return in chapters 4 or at the end of chapter 3. It's either at the end of chapter 3 or chapter 4 he will return, either badly injured or seen as a part on the prototype. But we cannot fully know 100%. Because, like I always say, judging from mob enchantments, we may never know. Even though I say we may never know when it comes to the fudge boom for my Skibbity Toilet Explained videos. But whatever. I can basically say that with whatever company. But the Fudge Boom's not company. I'm just gonna stop yapping and get back with the video and stop questioning why I have sanity or no sanity left. Also, it's been confirmed that Boxy Boo will be in the 3rd chapter, which I like since Boxy Boo is my favorite. And I mean my favorite character in Poppy Playtime. So this news is pretty good. And I have a theory that he will get his own little level in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 since the game's going to be up to 3 hours. Most likely meaning that, of course, they could afford at least one part for Boxy Boo to be in. And I have a theory that Boxy Boo will be more of like a box level, where Boxy Boo is like a game level where you have to guess which box Boxy Boo is hiding in. And if you guess the wrong box, Boxy Boo will jump scare you. But don't worry, you will have all the progress that you made in that level saved. Most likely meaning that once you complete it, you will get to have a little battle with Boxy Boo before he either runs away to where we'll see him in the next chapter, or you injure him where we'll see him in the next chapter, or we kill him in chapter 3, meaning that we will most likely never see him again in the other chapters. But I hope that it's just he gets away and he'll return in the next chapter, since Boxy Boo is too much of one of my favorite characters just to get rid of. And, well, I also have one last theory about the Huggy Wuggy nightmare thing. So, my last theory about the Nightmare Huggy thing is that the nightmare Huggy we see is actually not even the real Huggy, and that it is actually just it's actually just a failed Huggy that was tried to be brought back to life. Because as we know, there are characters that were rejected or fails. This could be and the Huggy Wuggy we see could have been a Huggy Wuggy that was tried to bring to life, but was a fail, so they locked it up. But now that there are no employees, it got free, and that's the Huggy we are dealing with. Or it could just be a Huggy Wuggy himself. I don't know. Hope you are excited for Chapter 3 like I am. And I only made this theory since Chapter 3 comes out on the 30th of 2024. And I thought it's the 28th, so why not make a theory for Chapter 3 in order to celebrate the chapter getting ready to come out. But that's all for today's video, and we'll have to wait till the 30th to see if I was right. Dalton Hopkins, bye-bye.